Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello, welcome. This is your Aunt Gina. You're watching FlowerPhilosophy.com, and I'm developing my TV show. I'm really enjoying it. I come in the morning, and just before I'm about to make my first design, I set up my camera, and I start filming. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not wearing glasses today, and I really can't see. I can't see as well, but I'm going to try this look and see how it goes. This came in yesterday from the farm. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, you see that? I like it when they put the little sleeves on it. This is Alstroemeria. It's a beautiful flower. You see it all the time. I call it a common flower. One thing I like about it is that it opens. And my color preference is dark. I like dark colors. I'm not too into pastels, although I understand people do like pastels, so I carry pastel flowers. But in the Alstroemeria, I like the dark red. That's my favorite. So that's what he gave me. I just really like that color. This particular bunch comes 5 stems, which is odd. Usually bunches come in 10 stems. The supplier brought me, he brought me 20 bunches. Right here, this is how the red roses come in. These are absolutely beautiful. There are 2 layers. There's the taller ones and then the shorter ones, and these are Freedom Red. Freedom Red, they're very popular. They're very beautiful. So this gentleman ordered a dozen Red Vase Deluxe, which is the King's Bouquet, because anytime that the roses are all one color, it's the King's Bouquet. When they're 6 and 6, like 6 red, 6 hot pink, or something like that, which is my favorite, those color combinations, those 2, red and pink, that's the Queen's Bouquet. I sell a lot of those on Mother's Day. And then when it's a mixture, a rainbow, it's called the Rainbow Vase Deluxe. Everything's according to structure, and that's how I run the business, by stem count, by pricing structure. So here I'm about to make this bouquet, and of course, I still don't have my big, fat, huge bucket of Floral Life preservative, so I use the packets. And you really can't use too much preservative. I mean, of course, everything can be overdone, but, you know, nice amount of preservative is real important for the flowers to drink properly, and warm water is best. Then after I make the bouquet, I do put it in the refrigerator for the courier to take it out of the cooler. But when your bouquet is out of the cooler, it'll open nicely. The roses should open slowly if they're nice roses, and go into a full bloom. One way to dry your flowers is to allow the flower to stay in its position in the bouquet until it has drank every single bit of water, and then leave the rose alone and let it fold out. Let the rose fold out into its complete bloom and dry it like that. That's a great way to dry your flowers. There are ways where you turn them upside down and put them on a wall or something, or hang them outside. I have done that before. Sometimes if they're not dried immediately, they create mold inside and then they fall apart. You have to dry them slowly. Try and dry them in the heat outside with the sun where it zaps them dry, but don't dry them slowly. You want to dry them immediately so that the mold doesn't create inside. So let me correct that. By my computer, I have my reminder list. See that? Those are all the things that I have to do when I first get to work. And I just go right down my little list, and I don't forget anything, and it's lovely. Then I have, of course, I'm an beyond overachiever, I think. Then I have my little blink list. Maybe some of you can see that. If you freeze the frame, you can see all the things I need to do. But I put that, I went through 2 diaries, because I'm updating now, and I put all the things that have not been accomplished forward, so I can make sure that eventually, within a week or 2 or even 3 weeks, these are the things that need to be addressed. I don't want to forget them. They were in the diary, and they were backlogged, and things I haven't done. One of the things I need to do today is make my plane reservation, because my sister invited me to visit with her in California, which I'm so grateful. Thank you, Sissy. Every now and then she puts on the show. So we're going to go ahead and create our nest, and this you can do in your own backyard. So I wanted to show you the greens that I grow, that I just really enjoy. Of course, in South Florida, who doesn't grow these? when I use a green leaf like this, I cut it, I remove the bottom pieces, and then you don't need to, but I do this. I trim the outside of it just to make it look a little bit more professional. To me, that's a little bit more professional. I'll go ahead and take the bottom piece of it because I don't like to waste, cut it, and I'll go ahead and trim this into more like that. That's a nice filler fern. And you have to create a tight nest so when you put your flowers in, your flowers don't move. So right here, this is a very nice common green. It's beautiful in the arrangement. So I cut it, I put it in, and then the top ones, a lot of times, the top parts of the greens need to be trimmed off because they're a little bit weaker than below. So I'm almost done. I don't edit, so if I goof up or say something silly, it's just the way it is. So I'm almost done with the bouquet, and I just remembered one of the things I wanted to talk about on this particular show, but I wanted to show you very quickly. I don't know if you could see this particular green. Oh no, you're not able to really see it. I have 4 different types of greens in this arrangement. So I'm going to take my gloss. This is so good. So good. You know, it used to be $3 a can, now it's $7. You know, that's crazy. Anyway, so I don't aerosol, like, I don't do that. I just, little by little, I go throughout the arrangement and I just give it that professional gloss. It really does make a difference. I don't do it on all the arrangements, but on some of them I do, especially a nice red. The green looks wonderful after it. Then after the gloss goes on, I'll go ahead and pop the petals, the rose petals, and now what I'm doing is putting them in little baggies, and my courier is going out and giving them away or selling, trying to sell them first, but if he's not able to sell all of his product, I have asked him to please just give them away to people because it's in giving that we receive. So in this particular arrangement, it's a deluxe. So I'm going to go ahead and make my bow, which I make so easy. Appear so easy to make, but they are quite difficult, and I know that. And I'm looking at myself in the monitor. It's odd for me not to be wearing glasses, and I actually am having a little difficulty seeing. I should get contacts, but, you know, I'll lose them or whatever, because that's maintenance. That's a lot of maintenance, and I try and keep things so simple in my life. If I have to do one extra thing that requires time, then that means I don't have as much time to relax and luxuriate, which is very important also. We need to take the time to relax our bodies and think. I am a thinker. I like to kick back and just think, and I could think for hours. And other people would be like, well, didn't you watch this show, and didn't you see this show, and haven't you ever? I haven't watched any of those shows. They bore me to tears. A lot of times when you watch television, you're really taking a chance at being completely offended. And I am careful to not be offended by television, so I am extremely particular in what I watch. And plus, I like to watch things that are very, very humorous, very clever, or very educational. So I kind of want my show to be very educational. And I'm still building on what the premise is going to be and what the content is going to be. I am going to have a word for the day. I am going to speak French. Actually, I thought of some things that I wanted to say in French, but I thought I would do that one step at a time. Another thing I wanted to talk about today is my teething cub sent me a flattering text this morning. It was so nice. Thank you, by the way, of a dream he had about me. Dream therapy is a beautiful thing. I enjoy dreaming. I look forward to going to sleep so that I can have beautiful dreams. And I command my dreams. One night I said, Father in heaven, I said, I want to fly in my dreams. Father, allow me to fly in my dreams. So this was what I was saying before bed, you know, with joyful anticipation. And I had a dream where I was in a gymnasium doing cartwheels into back layouts, which of course I did as a child, you know, when I was doing gymnastics as a young girl, into the air with my arms back, flying through the air, staying up in the air. It was so magnificent. We do have the ability to have a double life in our dreams if we'll just take the moment to focus on requests for our cosmic life. We have two lives. We have reality and then we have cosmic. There are two specific areas of living, and we should recognize the cosmic. So whatever the cub was thinking, I came to him in his dreams. We are intergalactically connected because we're in a nucleus. We are in a family, and we do business together, and we see each other all of the time. So that is our nucleus. So of course we dream about each other. I had a dream about him, of what his request was, and I went ahead and I honored the request by giving him a physical key, and it was just a very big deal. But I was able to see that in our dreams. Our dreams are always correct, but we have to be able to discern what their deeper meanings are, and we can do that. You know, I do go to the dream dictionaries online, etc., but we know internally, inherently, what our dreams mean deep down, and we can ask for clarity and direction in our dreams, and if we will just take it slow when we wake up and remember our dreams, we can then analyze them. What I do every single day, I'm playing with the flowers right now. I'm putting together a deluxe, so I have to add some mixed flowers to this arrangement. What I do every single morning as part of my little thing right there is I log in my dream diary the dream that I had. First I do the reality part of my life. Then I do what I asked for in a dream, or if I even asked for anything.